everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Mage Mondays, episode 2 of our pirate short. We will get a recap of last week from Stella or Cammy. I know one of them takes notes. I'm gonna point fingers. We'll do all that. But first, before we go around, please take a moment to check out these links. You were just looking before the intro video at the new Hero Forge Kickstarter. Not the Kickstarter, that's a completely different thing. The Kickstarter, I'm not sure, I haven't checked since this weekend, but it could well have beaten 2 million by now. It's very exciting. They're printing minis in full color resin. No painting required. Comes out like it's been professionally painted. If you've seen the poster child, it looks absolutely fantastic. You can also check out our social links. We've got Twitter, Discord, and YouTube. Discord, come and be a part of the family. We'll look after you. Twitter, send me a DM and I'll get you into a game. And YouTube, you can go and catch up on all the other things that we've done, including the first episode of this short. Is it me or is the music a little loud? Could be me. Yeah, it's totally me. Also, check out the tweet. Every 10 retweets, there will be a shenanigans happening from the Tavern and Tankards booklet from Mage Press. And check out our other sponsors, the Deck of Many, who made these wonderful flashcards, which animate as you move them. This is the Deck of Many animated things, but they also do spells from cantrip all the way through to level 9. They're lush. I want some. They made this, the Humblewood campaign for 5e. Word on the street is we'll be doing something with this next season, so keep an eye on that. Word on the street as if any of us grace street. Okay, the last thing is Mage Press. Mage Press created this wonderful setting for 5e, along with many others, including the Dark Matter setting, which allows play in space. If you like D&D and you like space, go and buy that book. And if you buy it online, use my special discount to get 15% discount. Said that right? Yes. Yeah. Let's go around and say hello to everyone. We'll start with Cammy Yule.
Hi, I'm Cammy. I'm gonna be playing Captain Amoya, a merfolk warlock, using Mage Press background, or what's subclass? That's the word. So that's gonna be fun.
Fantastic. Next around the screen, we have Leopold the Just.
Hello. I'm Leland or Leopold the Just, whichever one, and you can find me on Twitter and all that, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. I am playing Tindos Bajul, a Loxodon, or Loxodon, however you say that, fighter with the champion subclass, and I'm pretty excited because I've never played this before. So, and I have a marine background, so hopefully I get to use my trunk snorkel today. Pretty excited about that.
Yes, indeed. And next around the screen, we welcome Megan Caves. Oh, hi, Megan.
Oh, hello. Hi, thank you very much. Hello, Firewolf. Hi, yes, my name is Megan Caves. You may know me from Savings Row Show, Twitch channel. I produce over there and play on Wild Cards, which is our Savage World show Friday nights, and Dragons and Things is another Twitch channel I'm a part of. You can find me on Twitter at Megan Caves. Yeah, and I'm playing Dusty today, who is a rogue, so I'm looking forward to that because rogue is my favorite class.
I can't wait for both of your characters. Last but most certainly not least, Stella. Good morning.
Hello, I am Stella Luna here on Twitch. I'm a variety streamer. Today I will be playing Tao. Tao is our Tortugan monk. She is a turtle person and she is of the way of the tide. And she is also very loyal to her captain, Amoya.
Indeed, as we saw last week. So, Cammy, Stella, who can give us a quick recap of what happened last week?
One. Who was there first?
Okay, I'll give it a shot. I'm always very bad at these because I have a very bad memory. We essentially start off the session being imprisoned in a jail cell, and there were some unusual weather patterns rolling in. We saw some tendrils of fog that were kind of tentacle-like, and they were wisping into our cell here. and they attacked the guards, and we were able to escape the cell while there was an attack going on in the port. We were hearing explosions, people screaming, and once we got outside, we saw that there were undead and strange, misty, incorporeal, elemental, spooky things going on. And we decided to first head off towards the manor, a very large estate in the port, where we met Bilius Magurgabagathan, the tiefling, who is the adopted son of Noeldral and Lillian the Mighty. And we basically convinced little Bilius to accompany us on a grand adventure in the open seas, gaining access to a ship and lots and lots and lots of loot from their estate. And we essentially boarded a ship called the Hercules, I believe. And we made our way a couple hours north towards a pirate cove called Rum Cove. And there we encountered... Ooh, I don't remember their name. Something Deep. Johnny Deep, right. Johnny Deep. Yes, with the hat. And we also found a bunch of survivors, and we went around and essentially created a roster of them. That's all I remember.
Well, that's exactly... Oh.
And the orphanage.
And the orphanage. Yes, you also rescued kids from the orphanage. Rescued being the loose term for gaining their employ. So, don't forget Ducky, shouts Rebecca. Megan? Dean,
Yes.
you would have been in this crew that was picked up from Bay. You would have got this information through a somewhat shady but usually reliable source in Johnny Deep, who's famous for being ridiculously lucky. Which is really his only claim to fame. He has not made any of his wealth through skill. So, why don't we have a little description? Leopold, I totally thought when you came in as Leland, I didn't realise that Leland wasn't your character name. Hang on, I'll update that.
No. Oh, sorry, I fixed it.
It's okay. Let's find out who's Tendos.
Tendos. All right, Tendos is a Loxodon fighter who used to be a marine on like a mercenary ship. He I may have interpreted the word marine differently in terms of background, but we're going with it. He was but he was betrayed by his unit for some reason, and they basically used him as a scapegoat to chase off some pirates, and they gave him up as you know, like collateral to some pirates to because they were gonna use me as like a work animal, sort of, being a Loxodon. It was a whole terrible situation, but I ended up escaping it, and I have basically vowed my revenge for the unit that betrayed me eventually.
Fantastic.
And go ahead.
Go on, you carry on.
No, I was just gonna say it's just a large gray-skinned elephantine warrior with like damaged chainmail on, a small steel shield, a morning star on his belt, and he has a tattered Jolly Roger flag on his back that's actually like kind of like a bronze color, and the skull in the Jolly Roger is an elephantine skull with tusks, and he wears it as like a cloak because because they basically like betrayed like the whole flag and everything and started flying under the colors of these pirates after they betrayed him. So he basically he's the only one still carrying the colors of his old unit.
Fantastic. I imagine at some point you would have bumped into Johnny. Johnny also used to recruit pretty much anyone he so if you were ever looking for a crew, Johnny would have given you one.
It's basically a means to an end to try and gain the resources and following enough to go and, you know, get that revenge that I pretty much focus on. Other than focusing on revenge, he's a relatively nice guy, just kind of,
Gated.
I don't know.
Understandably
Yeah,
gated.
exactly. Yeah.
Fair. How about Dusty?
So, Dusty is a fairly traditional pirate, human. She just wants to work and then go to the tavern at the end of the day. And I imagine Dusty is she's kind of one of those people who, you know, she'll hang out, she'll be around. If you ask her to do something, she'll do it. But beyond that, she's gonna find a way to just do as little work as possible. But she does her work when asked. So, you know, she's that kind of person, just about a decent rogue, as she feels, as far as the trade goes. But yeah, I think she's probably just looking for work. She's just trying to continue to live life.
Totally fair. Totally fair. And you also would both know that the town was recently attacked by what can only be described as a ghost ship. Okay, skeletons and undead boarded boarded the right term for assaulting a beach. They assaulted the beach. They didn't use any boats. They just walked on up. Cannon fire riddled the town, and Pointer and Tao have come in as the next working boat to grace the shoreline then. So very understandable that you're all looking for work and perhaps an escape from the hellhole that is currently whatever the hell I named that shore. Anyone remember?
Rum Cove?
Rum Cove. Of course it was Rum Cove. That's where Johnny is. Johnny, one of my old characters. Love him. So, we will start aboard the ship. Amoya Tao. I hope you remember every single crewman that you gave me. I do.
We only made it to 15 out of 20.
That's
So,
better than... that's better
I have
than
8
none.
people on my list.
yeah, we were being chased, right?
The ghost ship appeared on the horizon. Yes, behind you all.
Hmm.
It doesn't-
Awesome.
As you take
So,
a second glance, it might not be chasing you yet. In meta, this means there's a little bit of time for us to do something before we start getting really intense.
I'm gonna ask Tao to find some people to man the cannons.
All right, Captain, I will go do this. And Tao just kind of stomps on over to the 2 nearest people, points at Dusty, points at Tendos, and says, "Oi,
Yes.
can you man cannons?"
Yeah, that seems like something I could do.
I'm the best damn cannon manner you've ever seen.
Oh, then maybe you should have him do it. He sounds like he's really got it covered.
I can use my trunk. I can man both cannons.
Look at that. That's good. You don't even need me today. I can keep watch if you would like.
Excellent idea. You can scale the crow's nest.
Oh, all right. Do you have some sort of elevator or like a pulley system so I can just kind of pull? You know what? That's silly. I'll climb it. Don't worry.
Here's some rope, if that helps.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, rope. I can do that. What am I looking for?
A ghost ship.
What?
Oh. All right.
Yes.
So that should be easy to spot then. Ghosts are usually very easy to spot. I'll do that.
Not sure what good these cannons will do against a ghost ship, but we'll see.
That's a good point. Makes a good point.
Well, In my experience, you don't question the captain, you just do.
That
Oh,
is
of course.
also a good point. Very good point.
If you need any help, my name is Tao. I am the first mate, and I am here to help you if you need it.
I'm Tendos, and he sticks his trunk out to shake your hand.
Tao reaches up as much as she can, 'cause she's only like 4 foot tall. Nice to meet you.
You as well.
I'm Dusty. Hello, everyone. Here to work this ship.
Nice to meet you, Dusty.
You as well.
And that, kind of like very enthusiastically gesturing towards the helm where Amoya is our illustrious captain.
Oh yeah, I put that together, standing up there. Makes sense. That's
Very
good.
illustrious.
Very, yes. That's an important trait to have as a captain.
Standing
Yes.
just like behind and left of Amoya is another captain. You maybe it's Johnny, who's just sort of appropriated himself to be near the captain at all times.
How many captains you got?
We found that one. That one doesn't count.
You know, in my experience, 2 captains is not a good way to run a ship. But this is my first ship, so I don't know that I've got much experience now that I think about it.
You raise a good concern. I shall consider this and keep it in mind.
Oh, well, quite good. I feel like I'm doing very well here on my first day on this ship.
You are doing excellently.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I should probably get up in that nest, though, right? You asked for that, so I'll get on that.
As
I assume-
Dusty, go on.
Sorry. No, I was just gonna say, I assume you're the shipmaster. Looking at Tao, which is basically like the second in command for the.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. And you just see her kind of like puff up her chest and she adjusts her little hat.
Well, if I have any complaints, I will bring them to you.
Yes, do not disturb the captain with matters unless they are of grave importance.
Understood. Now let's see if these cannons will actually keep us safe, or if I'm just wasting my time.
Yes, indeed. There are carronades on both sides of this dwarven ironclad. You may have noticed entering the dock. You have carronades on each side and a large ram at the front. On the carronades, you have 6 people to each carronade. If you would like to take over and fire a single carronade, you can. But you also have Tabaxi, a large human, a gnome, a human, a half-orc, a tiefling, Kenku, another tiefling, a half-elf, an earth genasi, and an eladrin manning your cannons.
All right,
Headphones are the worst.
I'll just pair up, you know, where I'm able to just kind of squeeze in my large form, about 7'5" and weigh about 400 pounds or something. So I assume the floorboards of the ship kind of, or the deck kind of creak as I'm walking up. I'm just gonna kind of nudge someone out of the way on the end, take over one of the cannons.
I think would you have, yeah, just on the end, it would have been one of the tieflings, who is more than happy to let you take over. They sort of just kind of shift out of the way and slip below deck. Possibly Dusty may feel some affiliation for this person.
I just take in the salty air and just kind of let out a big sigh and get a huge elephantine smile on me, revealing more of my tusks. I get really excited whenever the sea is within my sight.
Up in the crow's nest, Dusty, you can clearly see that ship behind you. It's currently firing on someone else. There is a ship flying white sails with red stripes, and a flag which you would recognize to be the flag of the local navy. And they're not doing very well.
Oh, okay. So up on the crow's nest, I think I'll kind of look down and realize this is happening and that I should probably let everyone know. So I probably try to yell down and then go, well, this isn't ever going to work. So she's going to climb down and go and find Tao and just say, it looks like, I think maybe the local navy is dying currently. Is this the kind of ship that helps, or do we plunder that after the dead?
Tao has repositioned herself on the helm. She's standing directly in front of Johnny Deep, next to the captain, kind of like trying to kind of impose and take up space and kind of block his view, but she's too short. She says, Captain, the scout is reporting that there's a ship, and basically repeats everything that Dusty just said.
Do I hear this? I have an elephant. I've got good hearing, so I'm just kidding.
Yeah. That... Maybe we should use this as an opportunity to not die?
All right, so the plunder type then.
I'm thinking we go away from the killing machine and don't come back into its territory, maybe? Just a thought.
I like that. I like that thought.
Because I'm a big fan of not dying, so...
Yeah. It's important, then, Captain, to protect all of the crew's lives. My life being one of them, I appreciate that.
I just love your captain style, by the way. It's very reluctant. I don't know. Kind of...
I mean, I've never been a captain before.
We have the best captain.
So reluctant.
The gnoll, one of the last crew members to join the ship, approaches the poop deck and calls up, Captain, I have news, if you please. Perhaps some news that will put you at your ease.
Yes, Cricket, come up.
He comes up. Seems to me we need a place to hide. I know a place. On the map, it's to the side. There is a place we will find without much hitch, within which there is somewhat of a witch. Perhaps she would be able to lend us aid, so we don't have to use our coronades. However, she lives in the misty swamp, and ship may be large. Traverse that.
How close is it?
If we are
Okay,
quick
in hours? Maybe?
Hours are variable depending on our route and wilds. However, I can tell you, it's 20 miles.
Alright. We can take the Hercules as close as possible and maybe take some of the rowboats from there. Would that work with the swamp?
Rowboats, though not ideal, will do. Perhaps the witch can help us see their end through.
You need a new messenger. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I quite agree with that.
Takes them forever.
I like it.
Well, it is a bit sing-songy, which is nice. So you got entertainment while you're getting your information. So that's quite clever.
Does tickle the tusks to hear it, I will say.
I'm a fan of poetry, so...
Rhyming 'twas a gift from my god. It was a gnoll came rat bite. I should give a nod.
Is that a gift? It sounds a bit like a curse. Just saying.
Yes, most definitely a curse.
Perhaps it may
Right.
well be a curse, but honestly, I've had it worse.
Oh, well. Good for you then, making the best out of a bad situation.
Loots and like, if there's, I mean, Johnny happens to pull a map out of his pocket because I need one, and the gnoll just points to the swamp location.
All right, let's go there.
And
All
you,
right, hoist the
Let's
sails.
do the thing.
Ship terms. Ship terms.
Ready your cannons. I'm just getting the people ready around me, just rallying them up.
yeah, they'll be cleaning out the cannons and such, and getting ready in case there is combat. You can see behind you the ship, red and white sails.
I have proficiency vehicles water. Does that include like operating these cannons and stuff? Or is that just like ranged? I'm not sure. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Dumb question.
Yeah, no, I'm done. That'll work. Yeah, we'll give you. Why not? You can see the ship behind sinking.
Okay, people, move it.
And the ghost ship starts moving towards you. As you start things going, you can hit. There are 3 propellers that drive this ship, as well as the sail. Kicking the propellers into gear, the ship starts moving at a rate of 6 miles per hour.
Wow, that's double. Yeah, I guess we will chug along. I'm gonna pull Tao aside away from Johnny Deep and be like, hey, do you know if this place has a brig?
I would have extensively talked with Bilius, who we sent on the errand of checking out the ship and mapping it. I know the answer to this question. Let me think. DM, is there a brig on this ship?
Yeah.
Yes, Captain.
Okay, I'm thinking that Mr. Deep over here is gonna try to take the ship if we leave it, even with Rosie on board. So maybe he should get his own room, so to speak.
Oh, I get your meaning. We'll throw a few cushions in there and make it look a little cozy, but
Tao, I'm such a fan of your heart, but we're gonna throw him in prison, jail, so he doesn't take the ship.
right, that makes more sense. I can go do that.
Because being stuck in a swamp with nothing but a rowboat would suck.
That is wise. I will go prepare the room.
Thank you.
And as you go and prepare the room towel, Johnny doesn't seem any different. Johnny is staring out to sea. He's appropriated a small barrel to put one foot on, great day.
Yeah, that's gonna end soon.
As you are sailing, it's maybe 2 hours before a mist starts rolling around the ship. Behind you can see in the clear daylight, the ghost ship has started to tail you at a distance. Maybe it's not as fast as... That's why there's gaining. Who knows?
So, I'm gonna need Dusty to come back and be like, hey, you're on lookout? What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, ship is but it looks like it's maybe going somewhere else because it's getting slower, so maybe it doesn't care about us anymore.
Yeah, but what's with this fog though? Because that
Oh.
would be a good
Yeah,
idea to let people know about, you know?
right, Captain, there's a fog.
Thank you.
You got it. Always happy to help.
You have the worst messengers.
Oh, sorry. Didn't know I was also supposed to be letting you know about fog. I'll keep that in mind next time I see a fog.
Okay, let me just define your job. You look at stuff, and if anything seems like it might be a danger or be weird considering the circumstances, let someone know or let me know.
That makes a lot of sense. You're quite a smart captain. I will remember that for
Is fog not something you see often on the sea?
Not like this. Especially not with a ghost ship that kind of vomits fog.
Oh. Do
Well,
you
that's
often
fair.
get chased by ghost ships?
No, first time.
Okay, that's good to know. It's good to know, because you don't want to get stuck on a ship that's also often followed by ghost ships.
No.
Yes, I definitely could find another job if that were the case.
I agree. Yep.
Anyone would like to make a perception? Okay. And since it's the first roll, I'll remind you all that you all have things left over from last week. Everyone except for Stella has some automatic successes to use, and everyone, including everyone, has advantages.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't need it with this first roll.
Yeah, no, you've done pretty well there.
I'm gonna use an advantage. I didn't really need it, but
Very nice. So as Tendos and Amoy perhaps looking towards the ship, that you see it turning towards shore. There's no cove there that you know of, but yeah, just before your ship is engulfed by deep fog, looks as though the ship is about to sail directly into a cliffside.
Oh, the captain, I think there's a cliff.
Yes, something very strange is happening, and much more strange than just fog.
yeah, that's gonna come back to bite us in the ass if they can just kind of sail into mountains, cliffs, whatever, and just let's maybe mark that on the map.
Should we fire upon the cliff and see what happens?
I think we should try to not die.
Yes.
They have numbers, so unless we have some form of advantage, I think we should maybe avoid that.
Fair enough to me.
And the ship is engulfed by deep fog. From now on, navigation and sailing checks will be advantage. And some from the front, you hear I know there's one here somewhere. There we go. Miri, the half elf, call from the stern of the ship. There's land near, Captain. I can hear it through the mist.
Okay, let's drop anchor then. Drop anchor. Whatever.
Drop anchor.
Drop anchor.
Drop anchor.
I think we've gone in a circle. Is there someone else? Who's
I'm
Joel?
not dropping the anchor.
Ducky
I'm on cannon duty.
is sitting there with the anchor like chain pulling rod, trying to undo the anchor.
I'll go and do.
Go on.
Sorry, I was gonna say I could just walk up and do it instantaneously because of being how big I am. I can do it. I could lift, drag, push, and carry weight as if one size larger, so I could just come up and just throw it out there by myself.
And you do, and the anchor is dropped. And thank you. Can someone remind me, Ducky? What? I think I know which one Ducky is.
Ducky is the youngest of the orphans and has
Yes.
not spoke a word since they found him.
He must
Yes.
like elephants. Then he just said thank you.
Just said thank you.
Of course, I don't
And
really know the significance of that situation, so I just.
Oh no.
However, you do feel a small hand feel for your trunk.
All right, it's a little kid, so I'll scoop him up and toss him in the air and catch him with my trunk a couple of times. What's the roll on that?
I feel like charisma, perhaps performance or persuasion.
All right. Intimidate. No, I'm just kidding. Throw him over the edge and then catch him. And that's intimidate. 16. Hey.
On a 16, Ducky doesn't laugh or anything, but they kind of do a small smile.
All right. Mission accomplished. Right.
And runs off and hides behind. The ship does come to a stop. Did anyone turn off the propellers?
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll say there's a fail-safe that when you drop the anchor, the propellers automatically turn off. That seems like a good, sensible thing. So the anchor drops, the propellers shut off, and the slides to a halt.
I think at this point, Tao would go about trying to persuade Johnny Deep into this room that's been done up for him, and also tell Rosie of the situation.
I'm ready for you to persuade Johnny.
Okay.
So ready.
Oh, God. Excuse me, Mr. Deep.
Oh, down.
Hello. There are some matters that require someone of your caliber to assist.
Ah,
Hello,
yes.
Deck.
I thought you'd be asking me where we are.
Please accompany me below. And she'll begin to like waddle to the stairs.
Persuasion check. Or
Use
maybe
my-
or deception. Up to you.
Oh man. Okay, it's totally deception. And I'm gonna use my advantage, please. $20.
20. Yeah, all right. Johnny follows you below deck. Like a
And
lamb.
Tao gestures to the brig, which she has equipped with various cushions, a rug, and some fancy clothes that we stole from Billy's closet. There's a candle and a plate with bread and cheese on it, and like paprika or something random. Captain, why don't you? Yeah, there's a box back there. It's got important documents.
All right. Where's the booze?
It's back. The other box. Yeah.
Right. Important documents. Interesting. I didn't realize Bonnie was ever interested in documents. And walks towards the boxes into the brig.
Towel quietly as quietly as she can, close it and lock it behind him.
Get a stealth check.
Okay. Oh.
Johnny does not notice. Johnny goes and picks up. Is there actually rum in the box?
Yeah, she would have put a little bit of rum.
Fantastic. Then he picks up a bottle of rum. Are there any actual documents?
No.
Looks at the other box and go, what is in the other box?
A pair of shoes.
Nice shoes.
Yes, of course, they're Billy's shoes. Wait, Billy's doesn't wear shoes. They're his dad's shoes then.
Of course. And he picks up the shoes and goes, I see, important affairs of state. Sits himself down on a cushion, starts drinking away and observing the shoes.
Tao, looking very pleased with herself, will waddle up the stairs. Captain, Mr. Depp has been sequestered.
Oh, I was muted. Fine. Thank you. I feel like we're gonna need more than just us going to the switch. Thinking the gnoll and 2 other people. Maybe because the gnoll had knowledge. And if they don't want to rhyme, then maybe they can just point. So could you go find some volunteers?
Of course, Captain. And Tao will waddle off, and the first 2 people she finds, she says, you're coming with me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay.
All right. Point whichever direction we're going then.
When is lunch?
Oh, yes, lunch. Very good question you got there. When is lunch indeed?
Tao reaches into her pockets, pulls out bread to both of you.
Oh. All right, well, that's a good start.
I toss it up in the air, catch it with my trunk, and then start feeding myself little bits of it as we walk along.
It's probably fancy bread, but slightly stale because we took it from the manor.
It's fine. I eat peanuts and leaves.
Captain, I've assembled a crew.
Thank you.
Shenanigans.
Oh no.
Oh, did I retweet? Hold on.
Let's everyone do a wisdom save. Lowest score is going to be the victim of the wild magic. Oof. So, Tao, as you are walking to find lunch or searching your pockets, feel a strange kind of itch on your head.
Tao scratches her head through the hat.
The hat is no longer on your head. It is sitting about half a foot above your head, atop of a pair of horns.
She'll try to touch the horns, take the hat off.
Yep, they feel like satyr's horn.
Ew. I wonder if I ate something funny in Rome Cove. Huh.
As you take another step, your high heels click.
Ew.
You're not wearing high heels. Steam, you also have cloven feet. Data.
Ew.
They look very strange on a Tortugan, but
Captain, perhaps you should avoid drinking some of the rum. It appears to have unusual qualities. Kind of juts out a little leg.
Oh, well. That doesn't seem like that was there before.
Have you
Oh,
always been that way?
No.
Huh.
I mean, you wear it well.
I'll stick my hoof out too.
Thank you.
We both have hooves, no problem.
We match.
The magic of
Okay.
the mist.
Yes.
Strange things will happen. We'll get this.
Let's get a rowboat, some supplies, and maybe extra weapons. Because I like being prepared.
All right, and I can drive the rowboat because one of my marine features is I'm quite skilled at landing boats. So
Helpful skill.
I don't exactly know what that translates to, but it sounds good.
So I guess I'll send people off to do things, and I'll
Relax.
No, I was gonna say go to the captain's quarters to see if there's anything usable for this.
Is this your first time in the captain's court?
It is.
As you enter, you see a fine jacket standing on a mannequin in one corner. It looks like a naval officer's coat. Good quality stuff. Nothing too flashy, but you can tell just from looking at it, the materials. You know, it's not gonna wear quick. Also in there is a bunch of maps, some small boxes which contain jewelry, and a drawer full of foppish lace, cuffs, neck pieces, and a lot of lace.
Strange for a captain's quarters on a ship like this. Can I try to see if there's any if they've implemented any magical assistance when it comes to attacking, or if there's any weapons like that, or I mean stuff like that in case of ghost.
How are you looking? Are you spell, or are you just by eye?
I'm gonna I don't have a spell for that, so that's gonna be my eyes.
Okay. So as you look around the room, you don't necessarily. I mean, spotting magical items by eye always difficult. But as you look around, see behind the desk there is a large blunderbuss on a placard, and on the desk there.
I'm gonna take it. Yeah, take it all. Are there any maps of this area?
Yes,
in the pile?
indeed. You can look at the maps. You can see the whole northern coastline until it gets about 12, 13 miles north of Rum Cove, where the map suddenly stops.
Yeah, I guess we're 20 miles away, right?
Well, you're traveling for a few hours. You're probably at least 12, 13, 14 miles north from Cove.
I'm gonna pocket the map anyway. There
might be a little note that says "Here be
Uh-huh. Glad I didn't miss that.
Yeah, I know, right? It would have been handy before she grew hooves.
Maybe someone did chart this area, but they've forgotten.
So yeah, I guess I'm gonna take the coat with me, as well as the blunderbuss, the flintlock, and the map.
Fantastic. Have all... the captain comes back out of the captain's quarters, looking a little finer and bedecked in weapons.
Oh, don't you look really fancy, Captain?
Oh yeah, they had this coat on a mannequin, and I was like, they're not gonna use it.
You look a lot less reluctant. I like it.
Thank you.
She
That seemed a
reluctantly
bit
says.
I have this blunderbuss, and I have no idea how to use it. So if any of you guys,
Oh, it's quite easy. You just load in a little powder and whatever other random hard object you want, just stuff it in with a plunger almost and pull the trigger. You can shoot anything out of that one.
you can almost say I'm not proficient with it.
Hand it over.
Is it simple or is it exotic? I'm not sure how
well,
that proficient.
In the mage and press, you have firearms is its own class of weapon. So
Gotcha,
if your
okay.
character is proficient in firearms, you're playing a classic fighter, right?
Yeah, I only have simple
We'll
and
say
martial weapons.
with your background in the Navy, you would learn firearms certainly there. So we'll give you the firearms.
Okay, thank you. Oh, I did not mean to roll that many times. But okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take the blunderbuss then and throw it over my shoulder and grab whatever powder and grape shot that she pulled with it or grabbed with it. Is it like a pouch or something?
Yeah, there'll be some shot. I'm not tracking ammunition, so yeah, there'll be a little bag.
Yeah, sure. I just for flavor.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I just all right. So I basically throw the blunderbuss over my back and then attach the bag to my belt, and then get ready to hop on this rowboat. Hopefully, not sink it into the water with my weight.
The flintlock from the captain's quarters, how does it compare to my own flintlock?
Extremely similar. Not quite the same make, but looks like they take the same shot. Same amount of ammo.
So I'm gonna.
As in, you need to reload it each time.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to hand it to Dusty and be like, "Hey, can you use one of these?"
Well, I haven't ever before, but I can certainly try. Yeah.
It's yours.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm already getting gifts on my first day. That's good. I'm doing good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get lunch soon.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted provisions. You know, food is good. Yeah, let's go.
Excellent.
We'll get into the rowboat. Al will say you can bring along some provisions if you're still looking and not too distracted by being a little bit lyrical character.
Oh my gosh.
That was unintentional.
Minus XP.
Yes. Tal will go scrounge up a burlap sack full of goodies and then hop into the rowboat and distribute them.
I just scarf them down. I haven't eaten since yesterday morning, so my character's starving.
And who's in the boat? We've got Amoya, Tal, Dusty Tendos, the Gnoll.
Yeah, I feel like that would be. I mean, they knew about the place, so like a guide.
As you're like pulling the gnoll towards the boat. He's like, I do not wish to go. I fear my safety will take a blow.
I see, you're a coward.
Not so much a coward. Last time I was here it was with Johnny Deep, and I fear perhaps the witch's memory has not seeped.
Yeah. So you're saying it's a good thing that he's not coming? Just one word answers is fine.
Her and Johnny were a thing, and when they left, I would not like.
Yeah, okay. Fine. You stay behind. I'm gonna, before we, would pulley the boat down, I'm gonna yell, Rosie, you're in charge.
I'm gonna look to the gnoll and I'm gonna say, it's okay that you're a coward. We have plenty of firepower.
Being called coward, I do not regret, but yep.
Yeah, could you peel some potatoes while we're gone?
The potatoes I shall peel. Skills. We can keep doing this all day.
That's what you get.
You made this character. It's on you.
So we're going down.
Yep.
Let's do it.
The rowboat hits the water. You begin rowing. As you're rowing and eating, you hear from a tarpaulin nearby a loud sound of a stomach groaning. Here you have. Oh, away.
You all hear that?
It's not me.
I don't think it's me.
I have a sneaking suspicion. I know who it is.
I'm gonna start feeling around underneath, like with my trunk while I'm still rowing.
You feel sort of satin coat. Feels like there's some.
I'm gonna pick up whatever it is and hold it up.
Ah! You have picked up Bilius.
I sit him back down and let off your typical elephant. I'm not even gonna try to mimic that.
Bilius
just sort of chuckle.
Bilius is a tiefling. He's wearing satin with gold filigree. Today he's wearing a pink doublet with pink short trousers. His skin complexion is a kind of pink to red. He has blonde hair and very neat little horn. Hello.
You came onto the wrong boat, sir. We're going to do something quite dangerous.
Yes, I was worried that the captain would leave me behind.
Oh, so you like danger then?
I'm here to have adventures.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's where you often get killed, just as something to think about.
My character looks like a little kid in a candy shop right now, just out on open water.
Bilius. If you can be sneaky and keep your mouth shut, you can come. But
Plus,
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, we're gonna do the best we can to make sure you're safe. But if you die, that's on you.
They keep their mouth closed, but nod emphatically.
Okay.
Tal will lean over to Bilius and say, "You can stay behind me, don't worry." And hands him an apple.
You see on Bilius's side, he is still wearing that fine long sword that he pulled from the chimney stack when you first met him.
At least he's
you-
armed.
So, Tendos, as we're sailing through the mist, why don't you give us a water vehicle test?
All right.
Can I assist? Because I have that too.
Could you explain to me how that works?
Yeah, so
Just
it works just like any other vehicles test. If it's in your roll 20 sheet, it should be on the left.
Okay, I didn't have a roll programmed into it. What do I roll specifically?
That's fine. We'll make it, since we're traveling through mist, we'll make this more of a wisdom roll for traversing.
Okay, so just do a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah,
So it
wisdom
works.
saving throw with proficiency if you have it. Which you do.
Alright. Alright. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Ugh.
Indeed.
Should have used the advantage. Can I retroactively use my advantage?
Yeah, sure, why not? But
Alright.
if
I
you do use
asked
your
if I
advantage,
could assist.
you did ask if you could assist. That is very correct. And the captain
Oh.
is helping you navigate, so that's a 14. Much better.
Oh, so you give it. I'm sorry, I'm kind of new to 5e. I didn't realize that assist gave advantages.
All
That's
right,
perfect.
we literally just said it and I forgot. So as you're going through the mist, then you can see the ground, the water, sort of becoming a little bit mossy, a little bit murky, a little bit sandy. Seems like you're entering a swamp.
It looks like it's gotten a bit gross here, Captain.
this is strange for the water to change like this in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, yeah, that is a good thing that he mentioned there.
Yeah, I'm
Well-
thinking we're not on the ocean anymore.
Yes.
That is very strange.
So we're basically moving through a lagoon and then leading into like a swamp on an island, kind of. It's all connected. That's crazy. That's cool.
That could be your estimation. Yeah, as you are rowing on through this mist, hanging vines from a tree loom through the mist and sort of brush over the ship.
You think this has something to do with that witch?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm gonna summon my rapier and just make sure we don't get tangled in any vines or anything like that. Just, it's not a machete, but it's pointy and sharp.
Pinpoint accuracy of the points. There's no need to slash these ones. They're not like, they're literally like just draping onto the water. They're not like going deep.
Mm.
So they
So it's just like,
they kind of part like a curtain for the boat. It's almost as though you've entered Witch's gift shop or something. I don't know if every country has them hanging things over gift shop doors, but
I'll use my trunk to help part the vines and keep it out of people's faces, since I'm like up front anyway, rowing.
yeah, sure. Tender, since you've taken that responsibility, we'll say you'll be the one that gets that one vine that just won't get off your head as you're going through. Until like the very last second. The mist closes in around you again. It gets very thick. I don't know if any of you have ever been in a valley mist, perhaps. When it gets super thick and you can barely see your hand in front of your face, but it gets that thick. And
The mist is back.
You're so
Good
good at
thanks,
delivering
Dusty.
messages.
Thank you. Yes, that was a very specific part of my job, so wanted to make sure I got it out there.
Keep it up.
Oh, you're so perceptive.
Thank you, Captain. Thank you.
Tao gives you a very proud-looking smile.
Yeah. Mm,
Through the mist, a voice kind of presses in on you. It almost doesn't feel like you're hearing it, but more like it's right there with you. It could be the effect of the thick mist perhaps carrying the sound, or maybe something magical. 4 new guests to my swamp. Tell me, why are you here? What is it that you want?
so there's this ghost ship kind of raiding the coast, and we would like to not die.
Also, there's 5 of us. You forgot this one here, I believe.
I'm just gonna make sure that she knows that this tiefling is here.
Oh, how cute. One of the child devils. I often cannot see them nearly so well. You're supposed to be a turtle. And Tao, your horns and clove feet here. Go back to normal.
Tao looks a little disappointed as she looks down at her stubby feet.
Be proud of who you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean over and be like, they fit you much better.
She perks up immediately. Thank you, Captain. Puts her hat back on.
Why do you grace my door if you're chased by a ghost ship? Surely, the sins of your past must be catching up with you. It's no business of mine.
We were just told that you might be able to help.
Told you that.
This rhyming gnoll named Cricket.
Is Johnny with you?
Oh no, he's locked up. I mean, he's safe, pillows, whatever he wants, rum, but he's locked up.
Locked up, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Come into my office. The mist suddenly drops, and there, floating on swampy water, is a hut with a like a walkway, a boardwalk all the way around it. It's made of sort of bamboo-looking style branches and things, all interwoven and locked together. And standing on the edge is a woman with tentacles for hair, green skin, but sort of bluey green like deep water. Her eyes are completely awash with black, and she wears a white gown.
Mist is gone.
Thank you, Dusty.
I love Dusty so much.
Dusty deserves a raise and possibly some more lunch whenever you're ready.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I will humbly take both of those things. Thank you.
Okay.
Elephants eat a lot, all right?
Yeah, so I guess
Does
we
anyone
approach.
have a
Yeah.
passive perception of 50?
Oh, mine is 15 exactly.
I do gain advantage on sense of smell if I'm using my sense of smell to perceive something. I don't know if that makes
Not in this case, but that's good to know.
Oh.
Thank you.
Mine is also a 15.
In that case, it's not above 15. You can't be sure, but the white of the dress looks quite faded, and it looks quite fancy. Perhaps a dress. special occasion. Long walk.
Is this a wedding?
Oh, I love weddings. Congratulations.
The witch smiles. It doesn't touch her eyes, but it does reveal her yellowing brown teeth. She has all of them, but they're kind of crooked and gappy and... Come in. We will discuss the wedding and much more.
Oh,
You want Johnny for a favor, right?
Yes.
That's the whole discussion. Yeah, I'm cool with that. You can have him.
You seemed quite irritating.
Please.
I mean,
No
he's
business.
drunk all the
Without-
time.
No business without tea first. Tea must
Oh.
be had.
Biscuits.
It's okay.
I have no biscuit.
Tea is fine.
Tao, did you pack any?
Biscuits.
Excellent. Tea and biscuit.
Roll for biscuits.
Roll for biscuits.
Is that a sleight of
Nat
hand check?
20.
As your
Sorry,
boat gets close to the boardwalk, the way you've been conversing perhaps leads Bilius to just jump on the boardwalk. Doesn't say anything, just hops right off the boat onto the boardwalk.
Okay.
The witch approaches him and just rests her fingers on his face. You see her nails are about an inch long on each finger, also black, and just sort of like runs them down his face. Such a sweet boy.
Yeah, hey, I'm Captain Amoya. Nice to meet you.
Looks at your hand for a second, and then sort of puts hers in it.
One of those handshakes. I'm gonna instead take one of my tentacles, because I have those, and take that and be like, you want to shake this instead?
Her tentacles sort of like move as though they are underwater, and she wraps her tentacle around one of your tentacles.
Aw, bonding.
And I move mine kind of like a handshake motion.
I have one too.
I don't have any of those. That's not a problem, right?
No problem.
This is actually my nose.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Tea. She turns and walks into the heart. As she walks, she flickers for a second.
What?
As though she went ethereal and then back to corporeal.
And we all see this?
Yes, anyone else notice how she just sort of blinked?
Do you think maybe, and Dusty's kind of trying to say this quietly so the witch doesn't hear, to whomever is closest to her, there's that fish that it's got the light and it shines a light, and then things come and try and eat it, and then the fish eats them, right? Do you think this witch is kind of like that light, and we're about to walk into her mouth?
I certainly hope not. I don't want to be eaten today.
I don't either. I mean, we just ate lunch. I like to at least digest it first.
You and me both.
I mean,
Madam, is this a trap, we're wondering?
Please. I only trap those who do not. Like
Oh.
Johnny.
Oh, you can have them. We've already said that, so that's
Yes.
yeah, we're fine.
Have no quarrel with you.
As we're like walking, Tao holds her quarterstaff with both hands and she leans over to Dusty and says, "Don't worry. If I need to break teeth, very good at it."
Oh, okay. I feel a lot more confident now. Thank you for that. You're a good first mate.
Thank you. I took a few classes.
Oh.
Inside the hut, there is a variety of things. There is a rat in what looks like a wicker bird cage. It sits on its hind legs, almost like you would expect a parrot to of a cage. Tail wrapped around its perch. It's one of those swinging perches as well. That doesn't seem to... in the center of the room, there is a large cauldron, bubbling with green liquid inside. It is not smoking or effervescing in any way. It's just green. Around the room, there are things which can be used as airs and shelves with all kinds of jars and bottles. Some contain liquids, some contain parts of insects, perhaps a scorpion's tail, a whole cockroach. Others contain of varying hues, but mostly swampy colors.
Which one of these is tea?
She takes a cup from the side, dips a ladle in the cauldron, and pours it into a cup. Passes it.
Oh, that is not the one I would have thought of as tea.
Green tea.
Is there a way that I can sip it to make sure it's not something other than tea before I start full-blown drinking the cup?
Hey, Mr. Proficiency in Smell. Most of the taste buds are in the nose. You could smell it.
Oh, a good idea. All right, so perception with advantage. All right, okay, 17. Kind of.
On a 17.
Gonna stick my trunk in the cauldron. Not in the hot water, but
Now, by definition, he is thieves steeped in water. And yes, this does smell like that. But you're not familiar with it. It smells kind of funky.
all right, I will pretend to sip the tea during this interaction. Then, I will, while her back is turned, I will kind of look to my friends and I'll point at the tea and go.
Phileas would have been the second one to receive tea, and so whilst you're sniffing, he would have sat on one of the stools, crossed his legs as only a dandy can, has pinky out, and is sipping away.
Oh, no.
There is no saucer, but his second hand is posed under the cup as if there were.
Well, I guess we'll see the effects then soon.
I'm gonna flat out ask. So what's in this? It smells unlike any tea I've ever had.
Mostly swamp roots, nettles.
Okay. I'm gonna take a sip.
Does anyone else take a sip?
After Tao sees Amoya take a sip, she just drinks the whole thing.
I think Dusty kind of not very craftily, but goes to like take a sip and then just throws it all behind her and then brings it back like,
So, as you are all drinking or pretending to drink, you see, so Phileas's eyes are normally the oceans of yellow, no pupil, iris, and they sort of begin changing colors from red to purple to blue, back to green and yellow again, and a little distant. Amoya Tao, I need you both to roll Constitution saving throw.
I have amazing constitution, a whole plus. Oh, I rolled twice. Oops.
Good. We'll find out what happened after a short break.
Ooh.
We're going to take a quick break, everyone. Join us, especially if you've been watching since the beginning. Get up, stretch your legs, go to the toilet, grab yourselves a drink, make sure you stay hydrated, look after yourselves. We'll be back in 5 minutes, and we look forward to seeing you then. Be right back. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a great break. We certainly did. Where were we? Oh, yes. Constitution checks. So. Good tea. Good tea. Tastes kind of organic. It does. I mean, that funk is definitely in there, and you suspect it may be literal funk. As judging from Bilius's reaction, perhaps. Bilius's reaction, eyes turn back to yellow, and all of the tension goes out of his face. A small smile. Ah, good. The tea is soothing, and you do feel a little soothed, resisting the effects as you are.
Oh, it's like ayahuasca or some shit.
It's yeah. Imagine there was a drug, right? That was sort of like chamomile tea, but more.
Okay.
Super relaxant.
Mm.
But not like, muscle relaxant.
Gotcha. How I felt the first week when I started taking Lexapro. Got it.
There you go. And she would you like to hear a small tale?
Sure.
I think it's the reason why you come. In exchange for this tale, which will give you information on how to avoid the ghost ship, I would like Johnny. Whole, alive. I have plans for him.
Okay.
You plan on killing him? Or eating him or something?
I do not eat people.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Womp does something.
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna look over to my compatriots and say,
Well, I have no moral qualms with this.
Yeah.
Tao kind of leans in. What exactly do you plan on doing with Mr. Deep?
She raises a hand, and suddenly there's a sickle in it, which she sort of studies for a second. Nothing too drastic.
she's gonna rip him limb from limb, is what I've gathered.
Does Johnny talk about me?
I mean, I've only just met him today,
Hmm.
and he mostly just stood with his one leg on like a box, looking out over the ocean, kind of swaying a bit because of all the rum.
Yes. That was my gift to him. You see, people find the swamp when they're in need. I make deals. Deals for small amounts of power and influence. Favors to be called on at any time.
Okay.
Johnny wished never to be sober nor be so drunk that he couldn't stand.
So he talked about being drunk for like 6 years. So it's been 6 years.
4 since he
It's
left.
It's sad that the human body is so weak that they must make deals with witches in order to handle their alcohol.
Yeah, okay. You
Personally,
do
I don't like to touch this.
realize I'm a warlock, right? whole pact thing is kind of my deal.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm fine with deals.
Well, if we're making the deal, let's make it. How do you want us to retrieve him?
I mean, we could just get him.
Just handing him over, whole, intact. It's fine.
That
Dusty.
can be done.
You want to come with me? We'll get in the boat, go grab him now, bring him back.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Mhm.
I trust you to keep your promises. You can stay. First, let me tell you the tale.
Oh, yes, yeah, tail, sorry.
She looks to Bilius, and Bilius is already looking okay. He's already seen the tale. Sometimes the tea gives you visions. And she waves her hand over the cauldron, and the cauldron becomes like a misty 70s television that's flickering and all sorts. She sort of bangs on the side and it flickers and goes, I think this is about as good as it gets. About a year ago, a man came to see me. Said that his ship had been mutinied. He said he wanted to have his revenge. To kill everyone on board, sink the ship, and find a new ship. One that could not be sunk. And a crew that would never disobey him. In return, I asked that he dismantled the navy. He agreed. I gave him powers over the dead. They're not quite skeletons, zombies, and husks as they appear. Unfortunately, skeletons are not very good at running a ship. They retain some of the knowledge of their lives. This can make them harder to deal with. However, I fear that man has become too powerful. Too powerful for his own good, certainly. So I did build a fail-safe.
You go on.
There is a bullet. Hidden,
Yes.
hidden amongst the treasures of the famous satyr pirate captain, James Kidd.
Okay. Killer bullet. Oh, hello, kitty. With treasure of famous captain. I'm sorry, I'm just writing it down in my notebook so I can remember the story.
Very wise. I love a good note taker.
Famous captain. And that's kind of where I... Can you repeat the thing you said after famous captain?
James Kidd, the satyr.
James Kidd. The dear. Great.
Your friend
Okay.
has already given you a small amount of description. And she looks at Tao. Those horns and hooves were not yours.
Okay.
Well, who do they belong to?
The kid, of course.
I'm guessing James Kidd. Okay, I'm assuming he's dead.
Yes. But that does not mean he is your ally. As I said, this young captain was given powers over the dead.
Yeah. So if we find his treasure, we find the bullet. Any idea where we might go look for that?
You'll find it on one of the floating isles. These islands are hard to track. They float upon the backs of geysers. They're famously inhabited by the Tiefling clan. He looks at Phileas.
All right. And there's only one bullet.
Yes, just one.
Uh-huh.
His bullet will turn him back into a man. For only an hour.
Oh, so it's like in one of the legends where if you kind of remove the immortality from someone for a bit, you can kill them.
Yes.
Okay.
I like to read ancient mythology too. Perhaps we could exchange books sometime. Her tentacles
Yeah.
move excitedly. A lot of them are now holding knives.
All right, yeah, that doesn't make me uneasy at all. But at this point, I've gonna try and sort of secretly, with when no one's looking, dump the tea that I've been pretending to sip this whole time, and then just sort of sit the cup as far away from me as I can sit it. I'm gonna say,
So, if you want someone dead, I'm quite the expert on that. So I have a fair bit of military training myself. So just let me know when you need my expertise, and we can put it to good use.
Thank you.
That sounds rather good. You give me permission to call on you at unprecedented times. I would pay you handsomely. I make excellent deals.
Of course. Sounds good to me. I don't know about the rest of them.
Well, I mean, if there's money in it, then I suppose that's not so bad, right?
Money comes and goes. What do you really want?
To not have to work, right?
I want the crew that betrayed me in recent months to finally get what they deserve.
Suddenly, all of the knives are gone, and she approaches you, Tendus, and sort of slowly puts her hand on your trunk. Be careful, Tendos. Path of vengeance, the dark places.
I've been to those places and back.
he just sort of like goes from his normal jovial self to just sort of, I don't know, sort of fuming at this point, quietly.
Tell me, would you be happy to hear of their demise? Or would you rather be there at the front of it?
I would rather my trunk and my hands be the cause of it.
I could put you aboard that ship.
It's definitely something worth discussing.
Perhaps with a blade that will not stop until every man aboard is dead.
Sounds like quite the blade.
Yeah, you're not getting that on my ship. Just FYI, I just got a ship.
I'm not going to destroy your ship. This is for a later date, don't worry. I will serve my time well and with nobility, under your command.
Yeah, but I just got that
Ilias
ship.
pipes up and says, I must say, Amoya, you run this section of the Navy fantastically well. And the witch's eyes snap to him.
I look at the witch and I do like
She looks at you and like nods.
Tao takes this moment to sort of interject, and she just puffs out her chest and says, "My loyalty can't be bought. I will die for my captain, and that is the end of it. I don't want anything."
I could give you the ability to be at your captain's side at any given moment.
Oh.
Let's say you are captured and separated in cells. Not anymore.
Sounds amazing.
She definitely seems to soften up a bit, and she looks over at Omoya, and her eyes get kind of big, and she's just like very thoughtful, gets quiet.
I'm gonna point to Dusty and say,
Whatever you do, don't give this one the ability to see and hear anything. Because we would never hear the end of it.
I feel like it could be quite helpful. I guess I'm just doing my job, just as it was laid out to me, is all.
my character just chuckles.
Tell me, boy, what is your affiliation with the Navy? Oh, my mum's Lillian.
Oh boy.
I would like Johnny and the boy.
That was not the deal.
I know. Let's put the boy on the table. I've given you the information. What else would you like?
Yeah, I'm good.
Unsinkable ship.
I'm really good at swimming.
The location of all the treasures in the Seven Isles.
But if I know where it is, I'm not gonna have the pleasure of discovering it and doing all that, like, adventure stuff.
Perhaps I could free you from previous pacts?
Have you seen my sick rapier? And I'm gonna summon it and be like, hello.
Can you describe the
That's a neat
rapier?
trick.
It's it has sort of filigree on the handle, but in almost like Japanese wave style. It's just really cool.
That is pretty neat.
And you just summon it, like,
Yeah,
from thin air? Oh my god, that's amazing. Is that like a warlock thing or something?
yeah. Pact of the Blade.
Wow, cool.
There must be something you want.
I have a ship and an awesome first mate. I mean, I'm in charge. I pretty much have a sweet deal.
I've got something I want.
Ugh.
Oh. And it suddenly closes his mouth again. Tell me, boy, what is it that you want? And he looks at the captain and the rest of you, mouth closed, panicking. Okay. Captain told me to keep my mouth shut.
She did indeed. I'm gonna, I guess, scoot over to him because there's not a lot of room and be like, you can whisper it to me and I can tell you if it's crazy. So just,
I want to be a great warrior and lead the navy like my mother.
I don't think that's what you're gonna get if you try to make a deal with this witch. She kind of wanted to destroy the navy. Just FYI. So maybe training, you know, hard work.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'd like training.
yeah, I can give you that.
Oh. I could keep you here and train you.
So I have a question. If we don't give you the child, do we still have a deal for Mr. Deep?
I've already given you the information.
That's okay. Yes, we owe you a deep then, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
I could-
Okay.
I could
I have
train
to
the boy.
say that as a captain, I'm responsible for my crewmates.
Of course,
And
Captain.
after what you said about the Navy, it feels very suspect.
Oh, I would not harm the boy. I would just lure
Yeah.
Lillian with him.
See, yeah.
She does not sail into my...
No, there's probably a reason for that. I'm not sure the boy would like his mother killed.
I wouldn't kill her. Just
Well,
request our half of the bargain.
She owes you.
Lots of people owe.
What does she owe you?
A boy. Looks at Bilious.
Okay.
At least, that's what I paid her. I feel it's only right to take it back until she meets her end of the deal.
And her end was...
Please.
I mean, if it's world ending, it kind of affects me
Oh.
too, and
Oh, I am not that powerful. I transition between the planes from time to time, but I am not
Yeah,
a
but-
world ender.
I saw the ghost ship, and that shit is fucked up. So,
Apt.
Yes, very.
and not only did it destroy a port town filled with Navy people, whatever, we got a ship and we got out of jail. That's sweet. But it also destroyed Rum Cove. Not a fan of that.
Hmm.
I knew a lot of people that lived there. So,
Well, don't we know how to defeat it now with this information?
yeah, as long as we give them Johnny, I guess.
You know, that's a thought. We've been sitting here talking to her. Where's the ghost ship at this point?
I don't know.
How do we know it's not destroying our ship as we sit here?
That's what I'm worried about, yeah.
She waves her hand, and you see the ghost ship. It's in a dark cave.
Oh. Looks like the ship's actually in a dark cave, according to this picture.
Yes, I'm not sure if this is illusory magic or not, though. How do we know we can trust it?
Do any of you know the detect magic spell? Would you like to?
I forgot about it for a second there, but turns out I can cast it at will.
Oh, nice. That would be useful earlier when looking for magical items. The cauldron is full of divination magic.
Okay. Yeah, it's legit. You drank divination juice?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not sure what that means, but I will go along with it, Captain.
Does that mean I'm divine? Oh.
I mean,
Captain, didn't we see the ship go into a cliff face?
we
Not
did.
too far from here.
We did.
Maybe we could go with my original plan and blast a damn hole in the wall.
I would not recommend that.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what? As a symbol of good faith, I'll give you this one for...
Oh, I like free.
Everyone does. The ship charges in the darkness. The sunlight dwindles its power. The darkness is its connection to the other side. The best time to attack it, in fact, is either noon or sunset if it's been out all day.
If we somehow made it known to this ghost captain that we have his weakness, maybe we could draw them out into the day.
And just sail in circles until sunset?
Just
I
trying
mean,
to think of something to draw them out.
I mean,
Obviously.
it's worth a shot. Honestly, not a bad idea.
Or the pirate captain is searching for Navy. We could perhaps disguise ourselves as Navy.
That could also work.
That might be why they were chasing us. We did take a Navy ship.
Good point.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yep. Good point.
Yes, maybe our mere existence would be enough to lure them out then.
Tao will lean over to Amoya and say, Captain, I think that we should just leave with the boy. I don't think that making a deal is a very good idea.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with you. And I'm gonna whisper and be like, he is so weak and dumb that I feel bad about leaving him here.
Tao's eyes get shiny and she's like, Captain, we can't leave him here.
Yeah, I'm thinking we bring him back with us, because I feel kind of bad for him. Because, like, he's so dumb.
I'm quite good with a sword. Oh.
Ilias, could you wait outside please?
Yes, Captain. Goes and stands outside like a told-off child.
Tao says, I will go wait with him, Captain. And she'll go
Excellent.
outside too.
Thank you.
Tendos, take this with you.
All right.
He passes you a vial. It's full of a sort of acrid red liquid.
Okay. I'm gonna.
When you're-
Sorry. Go ahead.
When your time under the captain is done, drink this. It will give you the blade I promised and a boost to your armor as well, and transport you to that ship.
Most excellent.
In
know,
return, you'll owe me a favor.
I assume it would be of equal magnitude, this favor.
Yes. I reckon an assassination contract or something like that. A life for a life.
It's not something I'm against doing as long as you think I'm capable of it.
Can we maybe add something to that contract? As long as it isn't me or Tao or Dusty or Bilius, it's cool.
Yes, can we make that addendum?
Yeah, I'm for that. I'm for this. Yeah.
I will agree with the extra addendum that you do not become my enemies.
Well, maybe what we should do is lay out the language at what being your enemy will look like, just so we don't get confused. I mean, I don't plan on being your enemy at any point, but, you know, it can be a bit subjective, right?
Attacking me directly. Casting damaging spells in my swamp. Siding with Lillian and not telling me her location.
Right.
You can side with Lillian under any other circumstances. I want to know where she is.
Okay. All right.
How about you, Dusty? Perhaps a ladyship? You wish to never work again?
Oh,
could-
yeah. I mean, you know, if I could just spend all my time not having to worry about it, that seems pretty good, right? Just live off of all the money that I suppose I'd have. I could go to the tavern all day.
Yes. Take this. She offers you a pink potion that's slightly effervescent if you shake it.
Oh. All right.
This potion will make any man enamored with a large amount of money immediately attracted to you.
Oh. Nice. I feel like I got a lot of control over that. I like that. Thank you.
You said she wouldn't have to work.
Lady or other gender as well. It's not specific.
Oh, good. All right,
Just
I like
looks
that.
of money.
All right.
I'm gonna lean over and be like, you still have to do sex stuff, so make sure they're hot.
Oh, that's a good point. Thanks, Captain.
If Loxodon Society is anything like Elephant Society, I have multiple wives, so.
Perhaps your position of authority will lend me a favor in the future. Perhaps a document I need altered.
All right.
As I say, lots of people owe me. Small things. Insignificant. Would you like more tea?
I'm full of tea, but thanks.
Looks at Tao's empty cup. Tao?
Tao went outside with
Uh-huh.
Bilius.
How's
Yeah,
it?
we ate just before we got here, so we're kind of full. But thank you for the offer.
I'll take a to-go cup.
Wonderful. And she goes to a drawer which does not contain cups, but instead contains a wooden container. And she ladles the tea into a wooden container and puts a lid on it.
Excellent.
She writes on it, Kendis, but spelt with a U.
Oh no. That's good. It's a good Starbucks joke. Anyway, all right. So, yeah, I'm definitely not drinking that. I was just trying to be nice, but
Remember, if you think of anything that would either send Lillian here, or if you think of a thing that would convince you to leave Bilius here to lure her, I would be indebted to you. That would clear all of your debts.
If we find her, we can always keep Bilius below deck and just tell her that you have him.
How good are you at lying, Amoya?
On a scale from 1 to 10,
Tell me a lie.
about a 4. A lie.
I'm pretty good.
Don't like gold.
Roll a deception check, Amoya. Not bad. And Dusty, you say you're pretty good too?
Yeah, I'm quite good.
Tell me a lie.
I love work.
Roll the deception check. Convincing.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'm definitely not rolling. I have a 10 charisma.
I'll prepare myself for Johnny. He turns to one of the shelves, like pulls up a piece of shutter, and there's a mirror there, and she starts applying powders to her face. Like more hues of dark and green to just emphasize things.
We'll bring him. So see ya soon?
See you soon.
Ish. Just gonna gently put the cup down and go outside.
I'm gonna walk up to her before I leave, and I'm gonna put my trunk on her shoulder and say,
Thank you. Thank you for giving me the means to this vengeance I seek.
Thank you. She takes a wire brush shaped like a toothbrush. Starts brushing her teeth with the wire brush.
That's fantastic. Gotta get that algae off, you know?
Yeah. Instead of blood from her gums, it's sort of like ink, and she's staring right at you while she's doing it.
I'm definitely gonna start creeping out of the cave or of her house at this point, or whatever we were in. I can't remember.
Don't want to overstay our welcome.
It's been a pleasure. Help yourself to more tea if you want some.
Thanks.
As Tendos comes out of the hut, I'm gonna be like, that tea might be helpful in getting Johnny here, so hang on to it.
Oh, that's a good idea. I was just going to dump it into the ocean.
Not sure the ocean would benefit from that.
I've dumped worse in the ocean, I tell you.
Are you?
Haven't we all?
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
Where else do you dump your chamber pots?
what I'm saying is chamber pot tea.
All right. Again, not sure I know what you mean, but let's continue.
Okay, let's head back, get Johnny, and hope for the best.
All right, back to Rowan.
Mhm.
On
Take
the
us out to
road
ship.
back, the mist hangs to the sides, or a good distance either side of your rowboat. It looks as though it's clinging to perhaps land, as there seems to be trees hanging into the clearing now. Ahead, you can see all the way out of this lagoon to the sea where your boat is.
Boat's there.
Thank you.
You got it.
Thank you, Dusty. That's good job.
Old trusty Dusty.
That's what they call me. Now, apparently.
Just the Loxodon. Excellent. All right, let's make our way back and hope that something bad hasn't happened.
So, Captain,
Yes.
why couldn't I ask to be a powerful warrior like my mother?
Because the witch doesn't like your mother. Your mother made a deal with her.
That means it's okay.
No, the deal was that she got you.
And I'm a delight.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
I don't believe your mother held her end of the deal, though.
Yeah, so the witch is very mad at your mom. So I'm not sure it would be good to stay there. Also, you don't want your mom to get hurt, right? Pretty sure that's what was gonna happen.
Define hurt, because I've seen her after some fights and she rides them pretty well.
Yeah,
I reckon Mum could take on the witch.
huh.
The
That's-
witch is probably the source of your mother's strength.
Huh.
Yeah. Do you want to chance it? Because, I mean,
No, I guess not.
okay. Let's board the ship and get rid of Johnny.
Tao kind of clasps a hand on Bilius's shoulder and says, I can train you, don't worry.
I look forward to it. I'm already quite good with a sword.
So you've said. So you've said.
Yeah, Tao doesn't need a sword.
Oh. As you approach the ship,
Yeah.
the ship is still there. It's not been hijacked or it's not sailing away or anything like that. But you can hear singing.
Mm.
Yeah, singing. You all hear that?
Yeah.
Are they having a party without us?
Is it a song we've heard before? Maybe a few hours earlier?
Does it sound like a gnoll?
It doesn't sound like a gnoll. It sounds a little like a whole chorus of people singing, "Whiskey is the life of man, whiskey Johnny. Oh, whiskey is the life of man, whiskey for my Johnny." And so on and so forth.
I join in very boisterously with my Loxodon thunder, and it's a song I know very well.
let's just get on board, get this over with. So I guess we or there'd be like a ladder on the side of the boat, or
Yeah, there'd be rungs nailed to the side of the ship that you
Yeah.
can climb.
so maybe just tie off the boat to the ladder and then climb, because you have to get down again, go back, all that jazz.
As you pull up, some deckhands, still singing, jump down to start tying off the boat and raising it back into its held position, leaving you all free to do what you will. Rosie waits for you on deck and says, "The singing seems to be infectious, but it hasn't stopped them working."
Okay, and Johnny, is he
Below in the brig, being very loud.
okay? Thank you.
I'm singing very poorly. I just needed to know. And now we know.
So I guess we'll head to the brig.
In there, Johnny is rattling his empty rum bottle against the bars, singing loudly.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, old boy.
Is there do we have more rum somewhere?
Roll me an investigation check.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. That's good.
You bet you do. The galley's right there, and you know you emptied out all the potatoes and limes and oranges and filled them all with rum at some point.
Here, take.
I hand her the tea and say,
Mix it in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go somewhere that I can't be seen, and then dump out some of the rum from the bottle and then replace it with some of the tea.
Halfway through doing
And-
this, you realize you are not alone.
Ugh.
In the kitchen, a very large person peels away from the wall. Their one eye lands on you, and in a voice gravelly like dirt. "Hello, Captain." It would seem you have a dryad
Hi.
for a cook.
Nice.
On his shoulders, there's all different herbs.
Awesome. Carry on. I'm just dealing with Johnny.
Puts a hand on his back and pulls out a vanilla pod and passes it to you. For the flavor.
Thank you.
Those are hard to come by. It's
I'm
quite
good.
fancy.
Put it in the bottle and just shake to get the flavor.
When you say that, Dusty, he plucks another one from his back and passes it to you.
Oh, thank you.
And goes back and just leans back against the wall and like becomes one with the wall again.
I wonder where he grows the garlic at. With the armpit or something. That's what I want, garlic.
Garlic grows
Anyway.
in knobs, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, no. All right.
Fun fact, in Danish, we call that the onions.
Oh.
So it's fitting. I'm gonna go back to the cell and be like, "Hey, Johnny, want some more rum?"
Oh God, yes! He breaks off song halfway through whiskey from an old tin can. Yes! I ran out of rum nearly an hour ago. It's been horrible. This room is very nice.
Oh, you poor thing. Here you go.
And he sinks the whole thing.
Whew. Okay.
He seems alright though.
Okay. So,
Can I come out now?
yeah, we met a friend of yours.
Alright. I saw the swamp miss. I guess it was Bonnie.
Did we even get her name? Nope.
We did not ask.
Yeah, if like greenish, bluish skin, tentacle hair,
Her appearance was quite
wedding
alarming.
dress.
Oh, still wearing the wedding dress, is she?
She's very keen on seeing you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we made a deal and we're gonna give you to her.
Oh.
Come along. Lucky Johnny.
Yeah, alright.
Just
Well, that was easy.
Yeah, she's got a real work up about that wedding dress. Didn't take it off the whole time I was with her.
weird. Yeah, we're gonna go to the swamp.
How do you feel about sickles?
What, like the money?
No, the knife.
Oh, guess I could make one into a scimitar. I've never actually
Alright.
used a blade, I don't think.
Okay, just wondering. You may find one in your near future.
Oh.
Yeah. We
All right.
will get him up on deck, get him in the boat, get the boat in the water, and back to the swamp.
Johnny goes very willingly.
Yeah.
As you enter the swamp again, large tentacles come out of the water
Whoa.
and wrap around Johnny. A single eye of a large, filmy creature comes above the water.
What the?
Who are you?
Should we prepare the cannons?
We're in a rowboat. No cannons.
You go, don't worry, this is Smiffles.
So a pet.
Yeah,
Or
Bonnie's pet. Already miss me, don't you, fella? And he starts scritching a tentacle.
yeah, okay. We'll just see that you get all the way to her, because I don't like owing women like her.
And you and Mr. Did I call him Niffles or Whiffles?
Yeah.
Mr. Miffles. You all of you head towards the hut, and there waits Bonnie. As Bonnie lands on deck, he spreads his arm wide and goes, "Bonnie, it's good to see you again." And Bonnie's tentacles appear with many, many knives. Come inside, Johnny. Your debt is paid.
Bye.
Johnny goes inside, willingly, the fool, and the hut begins to submerge beneath the water.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was easy.
Yeah.
Tao's looking over her shoulder at the sinking hut, and she looks very guilty.
Yeah. He would have probably somehow attempted a mutiny and all that trouble, so I feel like one captain is better than two captains.
Okay, way less confusing that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the last ship I was on had someone who wanted to be captain, and it led to some problems.
Yeah, I'm not good with that.
You hear a message. First Amoya, then Tao, then Dusty, and then Tendos. It is in Captain Amoya's voice. Ship terms, ship terms, ship terms, ship terms. Danger! Full speed ahead! Then the message comes again, this time in Tao's voice. What shall we do, Captain? And then perhaps in Bilius's voice. I want to fight. And give me some kind of logic check, maybe a straight wisdom.
Ugh. Oh, that's a save. So that's a minus whatever it is.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's not a good save.
all of you can make this check. You all hear the message, so you can all
Does this have anything to do with charming
no.
at all? Okay,
No.
alright. I just get advantage.
Do I just-
roll good anyway?
Okay, so both Tendos and Dusty, you've been with this crew a while. It's confusing at first, as it always is, but then you remember you have a Kenku wizard on board.
Aha.
Why wasn't he in the crow's nest?
Hmm.
Oh, I don't think they like that.
Yeah, okay. Full speed ahead to the boat. Let's go.
As you get out of the bay, you can see the ghost ship on the distance rushing towards your own ship.
What time of day is it?
It's getting towards sunset. Sun's starting to go down.
Yeah, and they just spent a long ass time recharging. I'm thinking we might abandon this rowboat and just get on deck and just run.
Yeah, I mean,
seems up.
we don't have the bullet to like the
Nope.
weakness. So yeah, we need a GT.
Oh no, chase
FO.
music.
Yeah, I'm gonna even though I'm just a new crew member, I'm gonna immediately kind of like just instinctively assume my old role on the ship, which was a lot to do with navigation and getting people organized. So I'm just gonna go into Navy mode and just
So
start
you're gonna be
getting people in
the
order.
personal assistant of Tao.
Yeah, I don't even wait for Tal to start doing her job. I'm just like, oh shit, let's go.
Okay, so make me some ship water vehicles test. This time with charisma, as you are influencing a crew.
Okay. All right.
Hey.
Yeah, really good.
Yep. On a 19, you see Tendos knows this crew. Even Chantel, the laziest of your crew members, springs into action in sight of this danger. And you can see Squishy at the back of the boat preparing barrels, filling them with pitch, and putting fuses on them. There's also Lila, who has been servicing the cannons. She's dropping the cannons and helping pull ropes. Everyone's springing into action.
Yeah. Anchor up, sails up, propellers on. Let's go, folks.
Do we have any rear cannons?
You do not, but
Okay.
as I just mentioned, Squishy, who you know to be a gnome tinkerer who specializes in bombs, has been filling barrels at the back of the boat with pitch.
Oh, awesome. Minefield.
If any of you approach, he looks to you and goes, Look, I made the bombs. I can't throw them, though. I'm too small. This is more my size. And takes like a hand-sized bomb and like throws it up and down a couple of times.
Could you build
No
a
problem.
what's it called? Trebuchet?
Trebuchet.
Trebuchet. Yeah, words.
What all levers and that? They're not really. I'm more about chemicals and boom.
Okay.
Yes, the alchemist. All right, no problem, little man. I can throw these.
I'm gonna try and round up the other largest crewmates to assist me in throwing mines overboard.
You have Brom, the large human, who's surprisingly soft. He wears flowers in his hair. There's also Lila, the half-orc cannoneer woman. And Scott, Furbolg.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Scott the Furbolg. All right, Scott. Let's do this.
Hey, I didn't name this crew.
I named Scott. That's my fault.
No, it's funny. It's funny to have just like a modern name shoved in there every now and then.
I feel like
tiefling.
Perhaps Scott might also be an accountant. I don't know why. I've got a feeling.
Hey, every ship needs an accountant. You got to pay people fairly.
True.
All right. So yeah, we got the 4 biggins in the back chunking barrels. What's everyone else doing?
So yeah, I think we're going to need 4 checks here. We've had a check from Tendos for getting the crew moving. I think I'd like a check for everyone for a successful getaway here. But you can suggest what your action might be.
I guess I'm steering.
Sure. Let's have a ship, water vehicles test from you using your dexterity.
Okay. Oh, thank God.
Damn, yeah, you navigate close to the rocks, perhaps dangerously so, some of you may think, but expertly also, as you go
My
through...
opinions of this captain's changed very, very quickly.
I think Dusty is going about the ship and throwing off anything that doesn't seem necessary to make the ship go faster with less weight.
Not the orphans, though.
Yeah. I mean, she might try, but someone goes, "Oh, not them," and she goes, "All right."
That would be Rosie. Rosie would probably stop you.
Yeah. if looks could kill, perhaps. Yeah, Dusty, by all means, you can do that. That feels like a strength check, perhaps athletics?
Okay, sounds good.
So... Dusty does not really remove a lot of weight from the ship. Unfortunately, the first thing you try and lift, I think you hear a pop in your shoulder as you lift it. Perhaps you misjudge the weight, and the pop didn't feel good.
No,
I imagine think... like a mullet flies up and lands on the boat and adds more weight to it with that roll. You know?
I think Dusty mostly just goes around and like kind of finds like a rope. Like after that happens, is just trying to look busy, but is not really helping at this point, probably.
Just tying off something. Yeah, got it. How about Tal?
I think Tao would help Tendos, and she would be very hands-on and working amongst the crew, tying things down, untying things, lifting things, very physical.
Okay, so another athletics check then, I feel.
Okay. Oh.
So, if we go on averages here, it's a pretty even spread, but it's just above. Yeah, it's definitely above. Okay, I think Hildy's trying to learn how to use a door handle. 1 second.
Smart kitty.
I literally just saw her fully extend all the way up and extend her paw towards the handle. And I do not want her figuring that out ever. Yeah, the average is high. It's higher than even with the nat 1 and the 8. It's still high. It's still probably about a 14 or something. Quick maths, not necessarily good maths. you're able to, the steering especially, it helps you get with a ghost ship. You see it sort of like head towards the same bays that you start heading through, these gaps between rocks, and you see it sort of peel away and go around instead, giving you a great lead. You pass behind a large island. You can no longer see the ship.
Ship's gone, Captain. Can't see it.
Thank you, Dusty. Is there like a furnace or something that keeps those propellers going? Let's go fast.
Indeed. If you head down to the engine room, that is where you will find Gundo, the halfling, who is tending to 2 teams of 10 pigs running in large hamster wheels.
Any way to motivate these pigs to run faster?
Cast haste on them. I'm just kidding.
Have you got any ginger?
Let me go ask the chef. I'm gonna run to the kitchen. Really?
But I ain't administering it. That's up to someone else, okay? I care for the animals. I can't be seen doing that to them as well. They'll never trust me again.
Oh no. They don't eat the ginger.
I
don't
stop,
think.
turn around, and I'm like, why ginger?
Well, if you want a pig to run fast, you just hop a little ginger in the direction you don't want it to run. Usually behind it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How about something more motivating, like positive motivation?
Does our wizard have a spell that improves like movement speed or anything?
You can summon. You can summon Clay. Clay staggers down the stairs, drunk.
Like, what is the spell called? Something retreat or something?
Expeditious retreat. Yeah, that's one. There's also haste. And other things. But he looks around this room and rests a feathered wing on Gundo's shoulders and whispers in his ear and says something. No, the pot's on the other deck. And he's like, pieces of eight.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you work on figuring out how to get these to run faster, and I'm gonna go up.
Kenku says in Gundo's voice, "Have you got any ginger?"
Yeah, we want to be nice to the animals.
And he will cast haste, and they pick up speed. We'll say that this ups your speed to 8 miles per hour.
Okay.
But also, it's going to tire out the piggies. So when haste wears off, the ship will only be able to move at 2 miles per hour for at least 4 hours short rest time.
Ooh.
All because we didn't want to put ginger in their butts. Here we are.
Yeah, I'm gonna be okay with that. And then when the pigs are tired, I'm gonna spend 1 minute and do gust of wind at. Does it do anything if you do it?
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know.
So, line of strong wind blasts from you. It's one action.
Yep, it's a minute.
Yep. So for a minute, you have a burst of speed.
Yep. I'm gonna hope that's enough.
Anyone gets the fart joke? No? How you use a legume seed as the component for a gust of wind? Anyway, that's so fantastic.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
from, you can see as the ghost ship comes around this large island, it is now a ways behind you. It's going to take at least a couple of hours to catch up. However, you also hear a loud boom from the ship and see what looks like a mortar missile fly up into the air.
The missile is coming, Captain.
Can I Eldritch blast it?
That's
Like,
a sweet idea.
Sure.
like in,
That
like,
sounds amazing. Make me a
It's like-
dexterity save. Make me a dexterity save. And see if you can heed Dusty's warning. And yeah, you hear Dusty's warning. You turn. You can finger gun the hell out of it. But roll me an Eldritch Blast spell attack. It hits
Okay.
as well.
Damn.
Damage is 1.
Diverts it ever so slightly.
So as it's on the way towards the ship, you see the mortar missile extend out and look like a person skydiving.
Oh, wow.
Your Eldritch Blast catches them, and you see a few small pieces of body fly off, and it sends them into a spiral. And that spiral lands on the deck and shatters into bones.
There's a skeleton corpse on the deck, Captain.
If it moves, smash it.
Yes, exactly.
The skull sitting near the mast says, "I come from Captain Bones to parley."
I'm
And
gonna smash it with my morning star.
By all means, roll me an attack roll.
Alright. I said if it moves, smash it. I mean, that's clear in my
That's
instruction.
gonna hit. As you're swinging, roll me some damage. As it's swinging, you guys, "I wouldn't do that if I were you."
Oh, I forgot how to do the damage.
Oh, you click on the output. So where the damage is output, you click on the word Morningstar.
Oh, no. Hold on.
In
Oh,
in
no.
the chat window, the one that looks like a couple of speech bubbles.
Roll20 is giving me some sort of error. I need to reload. I'll just do a D8 plus 3 for now, and then I'm gonna reload. Hold on.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Oh.
Yep. Your mace sort of hits it on the side. You see the skull crack, and it just sort of sighs as its bones begin to reform under it.
The skeleton is becoming a skeleton again, Captain.
Thank you,
What's the parlay?
Dusty.
It wants to parlay. What is that? Do we do that?
I
Let's...
come bearing no weapons. The rib
Okay.
cage begins assembling under it.
Ugh. Can anyone just take the spine and like take it somewhere else?
We could throw it in the ocean.
Yeah, just go somewhere that feels like the same distance. Let's hear what this head has to say.
Good. You wish to parlay as like the hips start forming under the ribs and it starts raising. The whole time this is happening, the skeleton's slowly rising bit by bit. And it opens its mouth back and smoky grey-blue light comes out of its mouth and eyes as though someone's lit a lantern inside its skull.
This is making me uncomfortable.
You and me both.
Thank you for accepting my parlay. My name is Captain Bones.
Yeah, a bit on the nose, wouldn't you say?
They don't have noses.
Wow, you're one of those.
It says
I
very...
almost made a trunk joke, so I don't blame him.
I see you entered the swamps, the marshes of Chilimba.
Mm-hmm. And
I know that the
Yes.
witch bears me no goodwill.
oh, you're right about that. And
I parlay I wish to make a deal.
okay. So let's hear it.
Slow your ship.
Nope. What do you want?
My wife.
My wife. And your wife is
Missing since I dealt with that witch.
seems like you maybe owe her something?
The skull continues to glow, and the witch took my wife from me in exchange for these powers.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Have you destroyed the Navy yet?
Why would I destroy the Navy?
That's what you said you were gonna do.
That was not part of our deal.
Okay.
She said she
So-
would take something precious from me. Something! A woman is not a thing.
I agree with you there. Okay. So, I didn't see any woman.
Let me guess, she has given you the means to defeat me in exchange for something. She lies. She lies constantly.
I mean, that would make sense. But yes, we already gave her what she wanted.
Do not seek my demise. I seek only my wife and child, missing as of 2 years ago.
So, I'm just supposed to be cool with the fact that you destroyed and or killed my friends in the Rumco.
I do not wish for you to join them.
Yeah, I won't.
Did
It
they do
seems-
something to provoke you?
I heard my son was there.
What's your son's name?
Bilius McGurbeguffin.
Yeah, we have him.
Please, let me have him back.
Oh yeah, because I'm gonna let this young, weak, kind of dumb teenager go on board the death ship.
I think that's where we're going to leave it this week.
Oh, god damn it.
Well, everyone, we've been playing High Seas, an expansion for 5e by our sponsor, Mage Press. I really hope you've enjoyed it. We are going to go on a raid. Normally, I'd try and... next season, I'm going to try and stay live between shows, but this season, I'm genuinely going to go and have a nap. Let's go round, talk to everyone, see who they are and where we can find each other. Then we'll go on a raid, so stick around for the raid. Let's go the opposite way around and start with Stella Luna.
Hello, hello. I am Stella Luna here on Twitch. I'm a variety streamer. I do things of the artsy fartsy kind and also various types of TTRPGs. I do fun RPGs such as Pokemon, D&D, Dungeons and Doggies. We recently started playing Symbaroum, which is a Swedish spooky cursed ruins kind of dark fantasy TTRPG. And you can also find me here on wait, it is Monday. Here, yes. Yep, show. I also need a nap. Thank you so much. I had so much fun. Dusty was amazing. I love Tendos. Oh, thank you so much. I could not stop smiling all session.
Oh, I know. It was incredibly fun.
Well, talking of Dusty, next round we have Megan Caves.
Hi, you can find me over at Saving Throw Show here on Twitch. Friday nights for Wildcards, which is our Savage Worlds. Right now, East Texas University show. We will actually be starting a new campaign in the near future, but we have a few more seasons left. You can also find me on Dark Lanterns, which is also through Saving Throw. It is over on youtube.com/D&D Wizards. So that's actually pre-taped. It's ever on D&D over there. And you can find me on Dragons and Things starting at the end of February, which is another Twitch channel, Stat Network. And we are running Pathfinder 2E over there, so you can find all of that. I do a lot of other things. You can also catch me on Twitter at Megan Caves.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Megan.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys for having me. This was fun.
Good. And next around, we have Leopold the Just.
Hey everybody, I'm Leland, or Leopold the Just, as I said earlier. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at Leopold the Just. I'm a social media consultant for a couple of different companies, Fantasy Grounds, Zombie Orpheus Entertainment, stuff like that. I also am making 2020 all about the year of me instead of everyone else that I work for, so I'm going to basically try and be in more shows. So if you need me in a show, just hit me up. I've got a calendar that needs filling, so pretty much my goal at this point. But other than that, I guess I could do a shout out for the Wednesday show that I moderate for. It's called Audio Dungeon. You can find it at facebook.com/audio dungeon, twitch.com/audio dungeon, stuff like that. It's a D&D 5e homebrew like comedy podcast with a lot of lighting and sound effects and stuff. They have a really fancy studio. It's definitely worth checking out. Really cool crew. But other than that, just not really much else. So.
Thank you so much, Lee. And a pleasure to have you back as well.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Obviously, I kind of feel bad that I didn't use anything from the Mage Hand press book, but I've definitely definitely want to pick it up now.
Fantastic. Cool. Yeah. And last round we have Camille.
Hello, I'm Cami. You can find me on Twitter at my name. I'm here Mondays until the end of the season. I do art sometimes, like this D20 rolled out dungeon thingy. And I always bring cats on stream.
They bring themselves. What are you talking about?
It's kind of true. Cats do what they will for their own reason. So that just leaves me, I guess. Hi everyone. You can check out my social links in this link here. We've got Twitter, Discord, and YouTube. Discord will come and hug you and cherish you and love you. Also, Twitter, send me a DM and I'll get you a game. We like to make our channel accessible to new players and old, so anyone who wants to get a game and is missing one, send me a DM, we'll get you one. And YouTube, you can go and catch up on this and all our other shows. We are going to go on a raid. We're going to take our raid cry. Now, the raid cry isn't going to work properly from the bot, but if you copy and paste it, it will work. I just haven't gifted the bot a new sub yet. So if you copy and paste it and you have a sub, it'll look like that. Otherwise, you can use whatever emotes you like, and we're gonna go on a raid. Until next time, everyone, keep on evoking emotions. We'll see you. Bye.